What if I told you that a man who spent 6 years waiting outside a prison in quiet, snow, and controversy simply saw his entire world come crashing down because to a single concealed camera? Yes, according to reports, Papoose, the loyalty king, himself, fell to the ground upon witnessing the one thing he never imagined he would see in his lifetime. Remy Ma and Eazy The Block Captain together in bed. Not in a hotel bed with covers on. Not on stage, not in a dream, not in a studio. And now the terrible video has just leaked. What should have been a private vacation became a humiliating public event. Was Eazy genuinely under the impression that nobody would notice? Did Remy forget that cameras are now present everywhere? More significantly, how long has Papoose been unaware of the reality? We're talking about more than just cheating if this leaked film is authentic. And all the evidence suggests that it is. We're discussing the biggest betrayal in the history of hip-hop relationships. What you're about to hear will change everything, so stay right there. Let's clarify one issue: it's more than simply drama. The same people who once provided us with Instagram couple therapy videos and black love goals are back with a full-fledged masterpiece of treachery. However, that picture-perfect frame is now broken and cracked, and the fragments are enmeshed in controversy because, guess what? Someone was just caught in the most embarrassing way that's feasible. Eazy, the block commander, Remy Ma, a bed, a hotel, and a high-definition surveillance camera. Allow me to describe the scene. Ever since the mixtape era, Papoose, our Brooklyn-born ride or die, has been keeping Remy Ma in check. He supported her during her incarceration. Legal cases, accusations of infidelity, arguments, and bar fights. This individual did not simply remain, he constructed her return. But this isn't a mixtape beef. Right here, this 4K footage of bedroom betrayal seems to have been played back to Papoose like a movie he never tried out for. An insider who wishes to remain nameless claims that the entire episode happened in a posh penthouse apartment in downtown Atlanta. And we're just going to call room service, Rico? The type of suite with permanently etched "Do Not Disturb" on the headboard and sheets that cost more than your rent, according to reports. Remy was in town for a confidential business meeting. When celebrities are about to be caught doing something they should never be doing, they employ that enigmatic phrase. And guess who was in the same city by chance? Captain of the block, relax. When Remy began controlling him as if she were getting ready for anything more than a rap fight, fans were already wary of the same person. Recall those uncomfortable interviews in which Remy was questioned about Eazy, and all of a sudden, she lost the ability to speak. It all makes sense now because Remy and Eazy were reportedly rebranding positioning plans in a king-sized bed that night as Papoose was allegedly at home producing content for his most recent book launch, attempting to rebrand Black Love following literal war. But hold on, things get worse. Remy is seen coming alone shortly before midnight. In the surveillance footage purportedly taken from the penthouse hallway camera, she is seen on camera with her face buried in a sweatshirt, while dressed entirely in black. 22 minutes later, as he arrives with nothing but a phone and a bad attitude. They remain in the room for 7 hours after that. No delivery, no employees entered, and no just betrayal, quiet and gloom simmering behind closed doors, whether it's the hair or makeup crew. Okay, maybe they were just talking about lyrics. Maybe they were just tired, sure. And maybe that leaked audio clip of Eazy whispering was part of a new freestyle. Let's not be stupid, this wasn't a writing session, it was an erasing session. Erasing vows, erasing trust, erasing every ounce of loyalty Papoose poured into that woman like his life depended on it. However, when Papoose discovered the truth, it wasn't just the act. Insiders say that 2 days after the incident, Papoose received a call from a hotel security manager alerting him to unusual behavior involving high-profile guests. He initially believed it was fraud, assuming that perhaps someone had used his card. But what he discovered was much worse. A USB drive was anonymously delivered to his door in a manila envelope with the words, "Watch this alone." That drive's video shows exactly what you're scared of. While watching the video, Papoose, who has always been known for his cool head and quiet reactions, reportedly collapsed to his knees in the center of his living room. According to one source, he didn't say anything for more than 3 hours, said that Remy didn't answer when he tried to phone her, and that she merely posted a mysterious Instagram story with the caption, "Sometimes silence is protection." Protection from what? The truth, because this isn't just some oops situation. This is strategic scandal. Like someone was plotting a soft exit from a long-term marriage without filing any paperwork. And now, thanks to a nosy hotel worker and a very talkative flash drive, the whole world knows, and fans, they're not holding back. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are all flooded with reactions like, "Eazy, the home wrecker captain. Papoose didn't hold off for 6 years. In hindsight, it's 2020, Black Love formally cancelled." That USB was a nuke. The betrayal wasn't just shocking, it was cinematic. A real-life Netflix series in the making, and let's not forget, this isn't the first time these three have been caught up in triangle tension. Remember the battle, rap brawl, that occurred last summer, when rumors started because Remy and Eazy were too friendly backstage? Or the 2020 Forbet Awards, when Papoose looked miserable in every picture. Now, it appears that Papoose was the only one without a copy of the script. But what's really scary is this: if this is what leaked, what else was kept? The full surveillance drop was leaked by someone who obviously wanted this to blow up. The anonymous uploader claims that the clip was taken from a private employee-only security database. And the moment it hit the dark corners of Reddit and a few Telegram channels, it was like a grenade tossed into hip-hop's most devoted couple. So, was this a what-I mistake or the tail end of something deeper, longer, and colder? And just when you thought that was enough, the footage actually surfaced. We're talking night vision, to angles, audio feed on, and timestamp running. At 11:47 p.m., she wears her hoodie until she shuts the door. Then she drops her bag and takes off her jacket. She appears tense and is pacing, and after 20 minutes, Eazy enters the room without knocking or hesitation, as if he had a key or had been there before. Then comes the part that silenced fans. The two exchange what seems to be a very familiar greeting. Not a hug, not a handshake, but a slow, deliberate kiss that suggests this isn't their first time crossing this line. Lasting almost 12 seconds, long enough for even the online skeptics to stop defending it. You know, he was never supposed to find out like this. Not if he finds out. Maybe he knows. He was never supposed to find out like this. That one sentence turned everything upside down because it wasn't just a mistake anymore. It was a calculated betrayal, a premeditated secret between two people. The bedroom, the hallway lights go down. An hour later, the footage picks up motion again. But this time it's audio that makes all the difference. The microphone, obviously triggered by movement, picks up a line that Eazy whispered, sending shockwaves across every social media platform. Who had been playing Papoose as a supporting character in his own marriage? The clip ends there. But the internet didn't. Within hours of the footage being leaked, hashtag trended. Hashtag Remy and Eazy hashtag Poppy APOOSE deserves better hashtag Ka for K hashtag Black Lois dead. Even verified accounts jumped in, and an anonymous rapper posted on X. We all saw the way she looked at him during Chrome 23. Stop pretending this is new. A battle rap blogger tweeted, "This isn't just messy, it's evil. Papoose gave that woman everything. And she gave it to Eazy." But let's not act surprised, the writing was on the wall for months. We weren't paying enough attention. People applauded. But now that he's been dropping coded bars for more than a year, his laugh sounds effortless and confessional. He says things like, "I built my brand on loyalty and flipped it when they weren't loyal back." While fans were busy deciphering lyrics online, the inner circle was already responding. One insider close to Remy, a stylist who reportedly worked with her on set last month, claimed she had been emotionally distant from Papoose for months. Dangerous game, messing with a queen who still has a king at home. She took calls alone, left early, and never smiled when he was around. It seemed like he was her manager, not her husband. However, when Eazy arrived, everything changed. According to another source from Eazy's own camp, who asked to be called the plug, they had been dating since early last year, and everyone knew about it. They weren't even trying to hide it off camera, and Papoose was the only person who didn't receive the memo. Now, things go completely crazy. An extremely convincing but phony screenshot of purported text messages between Remy and Eazy started making the rounds online. It hasn't been verified, but it contains statements like, "Remy, I'm afraid of hurting him. Afraid of hurting him. Simple. You did already, just not allowed. One night turned into something I can't walk away from." Reads another message that was timestamped only a week prior to the leaked video. It hardly matters if these are true or not. The harm has been done. They are believed by the audience, and that's all it takes in the court of public opinion. Papoose, meanwhile, has apparently gone totally dark. No press, no posts, no statements, just one enigmatic unfollow Remy Ma's page. And she immediately unfollowed him in return within a few hours. The Mackies Forever joined Instagram fan page shared a black "We're taking a break from posting. Until further notice, please respect their privacy" was written as a caption for the screen. Like the Zapruder movie, the entire internet is occupied with downloading that video, watching it in slow motion, and examining the timestamps, body language, and facial expressions. Additionally, if you believe that celebrities would remain silent, you were mistaken. That same evening, Fat Joe went live on Instagram. "When you let a little flame play too close to the fire, don't cry when the house burns down." he remarked without naming any specific people. Meanwhile, Ray's ex-rap rival Lady Luck posted a meme showing a hospital bed with the caption, "Papoose right now." After observing their recording, the public has already taken sides, and Remy isn't on the winning team. But there's still one question that remains. Why now? Why leak this footage now after all these scandals? And just when things couldn't get any more brutal, a fan saw Eazy at a local bar 2 days later taking selfies with people and drinking as if nothing had happened. There was no regret, no silence, and no apology. Months, some claim it was a hotel employee who wanted to exact revenge, while others think it was someone close to Papoose who wanted him to know the truth without speaking. Some crazy theories even suggest Remy leaked it, unconsciously ruining a marriage she had already emotionally left. Whatever the truth is, it's buried under years of pretending, late-night rumors, and layers of lies, and the consequences haven't even begun yet. After all, what happens when public betrayal turns into legal repercussions? When does private footage turn into a weapon? When does the most devoted man in hip-hop decide he's finally had enough? That's what we'll find out next. Let's talk about the aftermath, because it's not just emotional. It's legal, financial, and potentially career-ending. Sources close to Papoose say his team is already consulting legal experts, not just for divorce, but also for reputational damage. Word is that he had signed several brand deals centered around black love, loyalty, and hip-hop, as well as a scripted relationship podcast that was weeks away from production. All of this was reportedly paused. One insider leaked a screenshot of a production email in which a sponsor withdrew, saying, "This recent press does not reflect the ideals that our brand stands for." And even Remy Ma's most devoted fan base is calling for her to resign as creative head, saying she built a platform on loyalty and then blew it up from the inside. And while she may have believed that the worst was behind her after that prison sentence years ago, this betrayal has sparked a second public trial. But this time, she's fighting the culture rather than the courts. Her Chrome 23 Battle Rap League is also facing backlash, with to confirm ticket holders publicly posting refunds with captions like "not supporting cheaters" is split. Some people are supporting her by saying things like, "Women deserve freedom, too. It isn't your concern," or the well-worn adage, "You never know what goes on behind closed doors." But that's precisely the issue. Now we do. Those doors are wide open, and what's inside is chaos rather than loyalty, thanks to leaked security footage, whispered audio, and a breadcrumb trail of deleted texts and unfollows. As for Eazy The Block Captain, you think the controversy would put his rap career on life support, but in a bizarre turn of events, it's actually increasing his visibility. A contentious clip of his upcoming freestyle "Loyalty" is a crown, but it doesn't mean a thing. He's leaning in, no apology, no retreat, and in the eyes of many fans, that's adding fuel to a fire that could burn him down or make him bigger than ever. However, according to multiple insiders, Remy and Papoose didn't just share love. They also shared business, joint accounts, co-owned properties, and shared investments in entertainment ventures. If a formal separation is imminent, that means lawyers, contracts, and possible court dates, and fans aren't just watching, they're documenting. Social media timelines have become archives, and people are reposting clips of Papoose talking about love and loyalty in contrast to a leaked video of Remy and Eazy. It's brutal, it's deliberate, and it's happening. This isn't just a betrayal. It's a financial entanglement. If Papoose decides to take legal action, Remy could lose more than just public respect. She could lose equity, assets, and exclusive rights to upcoming projects they funded together. In the meantime, Papoose has reportedly moved out of their shared house and into a separate apartment in New Jersey. According to a neighbor, he has been spotted walking alone at night, wearing headphones, and not talking to anyone. Another insider said that he turned down a reality TV offer this week to publicly speak his truth, stating that he is not interested in turning pain into content. However, the twist is that, as rumors of a tell-all interview start to circulate, several networks are reportedly fighting behind the scenes for the first exclusive with him. Converses, the internet pauses. We haven't witnessed this level of betrayal since Lemonade. But the irony is even more shocking. Papoose, who publicly forgave her legal past, raised their children, protected their home, and promoted their love while standing in the background and applauding for Remy during her comeback, is now being treated like a supporting character in his own story. And people have had enough. One viral comment says it all. He gave her loyalty, and she gave him content. Let's look ahead, as there are rumors that Papoose is hiring a lawyer not only to get a divorce, but also to protect his reputation, citing emotional distress and defamation by association, and the unapproved dissemination of private video, which some speculate was purposefully leaked by someone within Ray's team. if accurate. This indicates that this is more than just a scandal. It may turn into a full-fledged lawsuit. Remy has also gone completely silent, posting only a black and white Instagram quote that reads, "Let them judge you, don't let them stop you," though. An audacious statement from someone who just received the heaviest punishment possible from the internet shame. But the worst part is that they weren't just a couple, they were a brand. They were held up as a standard, and now that standard is gone, destroyed in one night, exposed by one tape, and remembered by one question that still haunts everyone watching. How do you betray someone who would never have betrayed you? The saddest part is that Papoose didn't walk away because he stopped loving her, rather. He did so because she had already done so. The footage, the silence, and the whispers all tell a larger story, a story about how love in the spotlight can turn into humiliation under a microscope, a story about how one mistake can become amusement for everyone, and a story about how even the most devoted hearts can be turned into breaking points. And in this case, that point was a hotel bed, a camera in the hallway, and to people who believed no one was looking, they were mistaken, and now the world has seen the truth. So now you've seen it all, the video, the whispers, the heartbreak, the man who gave everything and the woman who gave it to someone else, the silence, the smirks, and the 7-hour betrayal. Behind a hotel door, it wasn't just infidelity, it was exposure. But the question is, was this karma? Or was it always a plan? Did Remy Ma enter a moment fully aware and easily? Or was he simply the temptation? Or was he the backup plan? Most importantly, if you were Papoose, what would you have done? Would you have forgiven, fought, or disappeared? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. We're reading them all. If this made you uneasy, please subscribe because there will be more footage soon. The truth is, though, that this is just the beginning, because nobody remains innocent in this world of love, loyalty, and lies.